Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. Last time we came here to Eofawick and we defeated Aethelred. So we need to report back to Constantine that we have won the war. I guess he thinks that his army has won the war. We just took out the king and all of his lead commanders. They did the rest of the fighting. Alright, he's off in that direction. I wonder if there is still lootables, because there was areas we chose not to go. Yeah, there was fighting here that we didn't do that we could have. Oh, I probably don't have alt selected. I did not. So there possibly was lootables that I didn't look for. Morkant is still there. We're not talking to you, Morkant. We tried that last time, and you refused to find a peaceful agreement with us. Hello, team? Constantine is watching his surroundings with worry and weariness. He straightens up a little when you appear in the gate. You've done well. It was a long fight. We lost many people. Good people. But you've done well. It's been a trying time for everyone. I'm glad it's over. This was a short war for us. 2 battles and done. I mean, that's definitely true. I mean, he's probably talking about how it's been somewhat ongoing with the fight for the town that claimed neutrality, which I guess brings it up to 3 fights, because we had that, then the castle at the wall, and now here. But I'm sure for him it's been ongoing for a while to finally get to this point. It's been a trying time for everyone. I'm glad it's over. Not quite over for us, I'm afraid, but I will ask no more of you. We have much mopping up to do in the outer shrines, in the outer shires. Consolidating our power here will be a long and tedious process. What happens next? Now we fortify Eofawick against any counterattack from the south. Most of our armies will disband. The men will be glad to return to their farms for the harvest. If you play your cards right, you may end up the new ruler of Eofawick. I would give it to you. I would give it to you up front for your service, but there are many political concerns to be accounted for. I finally earned your full support. I will grant you all support I can for your struggles in Jutland, up to and including a levy of warriors to defend your village. No one can dispute that you've earned that. A thought occurs to Constantine, and some of the usual energy returns to his eyes. There is one final matter to settle before we part, Alfbjorn. The victory feast. Must we attend? Music to my ears. I guess one thing that's still a bit of a question mark is because I was just thinking that the last feast we went to, it was attacked by School's people. And there's still School and the woman whose name I can never remember because it starts with an H. It was complicated. I'm wondering if they're going to bust in here. I suspect not, because probably that's going to all play out when we finally have the All Feast. Or the All Thing. Whatever it is. At the end of the game. That we're preparing for. Music to my ears. Aye, we could all use a little rest and merriment, and a lot of ale to wash down all the violence of the war. The feast will be held in the streets of Perth, and you and your people are invited to dine with me and my family in my own hall. It's a great honor, your majesty. Anything less would be unworthy of your services to my kingdom. We will see each other again in Perth, Alfbjorn. Godspeed. Gunnar gently pulls you aside. A victory feast, That could be the opportunity we've been waiting for. No, it's not. What do you mean? I know exactly what he means. He wants us to betray them and then capture their land as well. We're not doing it. What do you mean? These people have already suffered great losses in the war. Now they're all going to gather in one place and get drunk. If we were to turn on them during the feast, they would be all but defenseless. You say this right next to them. We're having a conversation. You two may want to think about what kind of resources it would take to mount such an attack. This won't be a mere raid. We have to capture, then hold a large territory. That sort of thing simply can't be done with the ships at our disposal. You're right, it's a shame this would have been a good opportunity. It doesn't matter, I would not betray this alliance, even if we did have the power to invade. Honorable and peaceful gain morale, cunning and aggressive lost. The allies we've gained through our actions here will make us a force to be reckoned with at the Althing. We need nothing more than this. Good, she's on our side, even though she is one of those aggressive characters. Here's to the future, updated. With your aid, the Picts have conquered Northumbria, and the war is over. Time to celebrate the victory with a nice, peaceful feast, at which nothing could possibly go wrong. Well, I don't like how that's phrased. Attend Constance's victory feast in Perth. We still have the final expedition that I still have no idea what I can do to progress that. But for now, I guess all we have to do is make our way back up to Perth. Which is probably actually faster by boat. Where's this Geki? Because we definitely sailed it here, so it should be here. Those are all... Skeki. No, the Dreki. Yeah, sailing, I think, is faster than hiking. Also, we are currently not tired or hungry, and I think we don't become tired and hungry while sailing. So, this seems like a good way to not... to be sure that we don't end up... I can't take the boat... Alfbjorn, please get out of the water. Alright. So they don't want me taking the boat. Cool. So that probably means that something is going to happen the moment we step onto the campaign map. Or that something happens when we approach by land to Perth. But the fact that my boat's there and it's just like, no, you can't take your boat up to Perth. Well, so far nothing's wrong. We could try going to Scarborough to get to our boat, but I'm guessing there's a reasonable chance it'll play out the same. One last chance. If I mark this, is anything going to show on the map for this quest? And the answer is no. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see. Perth is a day and 20 hours away. How are we on homestead stuff? Still another week remaining for the next upgrade. So where do we start getting tired? Wow, we're all the way down here. Apparently, we are starting to get tired already. Huh. Well, I guess time did progress. So we'll camp here. Probably have to camp a couple of times. Right, we picked up a bunch of garbage gear. We can get rid of a lot of it. That's okay, but I'm sure it's nowhere near... Yeah, 45 versus 24. Okay, that's all the garbage gear gone. For me is spoiling. Make sure everyone's eating meat. Still have some spoiling. You can preserve. That solves that. So then you can do hunting while you do preserving. And then you can do some witchcraft. Oh, you have run out of witchcraft to do. So we'll have you do some scouting and you do witchcraft. There we go. I think the rest of that is all fine. Let's make camp. Huh. Music's replaying. No, nothing happened? Okay. Alright, if we're heading up to Perth, let's see where we start getting tired here. Any good campsites in the area? Not really. Let's just camp there. Some people have started getting tired by that point, and by some people I mean basically everyone. No. Maybe. Yeah, would have been much faster to sail. Because we wouldn't have to stop for 18-hour camps regularly. 17 meat is spoiling. That's fine. We are out of herbs, so you can help with the preserving. You'll be scouting. I guess you could help preserve as well. And that seems good enough. Are we gonna get there now? Or do we still have another day of travel? Looks like we're gonna get there here. I don't think we're tired, but we will probably be hungry. We are not. Fantastic. So has anything happened that would justifies us not being able to use our boat? Nope. All right. Anything new from you two? Always good to see you. Merton's keeping me busy. You have my eternal gratitude. Yeah, I don't need any of your remedies, so no. Nothing there. Let's enjoy the feast, where surely nothing bad will happen. Even though the journal basically predicts it will. All of Pictavia seems to have gathered in Perth. Tables stacked with food fill the courtyards, and the banners of all the clans line the streets. The King's Hall is host to the leaders of all the clans who fought in the war. You arrive with your herd shortly after sunset and are led into Constance Hall. The king himself is there to greet you. Welcome, welcome, Alfjorn. Please, take a seat and enjoy the ale. Thank you, your majesty. It's a great privilege to be here. Yes, we shall eat and drink until we pass out. We've earned it. It's a great privilege to be here. The privilege is all mine, Alfjorn. Every king should have such fine allies as you. You and your companions lay claim to one end of the table, and freshly brewed ale is generously poured from nearby caskets. Now that the hall is full, the king has a short speech, and the food is brought out. Eat, drink, and be merry. It's nearing midnight, and the meal is almost over, but the caskets of ale appear to be bottomless. The king is checking on each of his guests in turn, and makes his way eventually to you. I'm so glad you're here, Alfbjorn. This isn't just a celebration of our victory against Northumbria. It's also, in a sense, about you. The king is orating now, and the talk among the clan leaders silences respectfully. You and your people were instrumental in the war. What most here may not know is the extent of your services to the crown even before the war broke out. Your deeds have been a lesson to us all not to judge a man based on the reputation of his kinsmen. Your fellow Vikings had brought much death and sorrow to our land. They burned our churches, they raped our women, they took us as slaves. Many around the table nod heavily. They have all lost people to the raids. We had no reason to expect more of you. However, you defied all our expectations. You came to us in a troubled time, and you risked much to forge our alliance. Our people have much in common. It is my honor to help bring us together. I merely acted in the interest of my clan. Well, you clearly needed it. Your kingdom was in a sorry state. Harsh. Our people have much in common. It is my honor to help bring us together. Spoken like a true explorer and a fine diplomat. A toast to Alfbjorn and his crew. Slaint mor a huil la a cheese knock freit. FH is not a noise I know how to make. A sound. The salute echoes around the table as each Pict raises their cup to your health. Does anything happen? The rest of the celebrations are a bit of a blur. You recall a few fragments of merriment. Njal dancing on a table. Nefja starting a fight with some clan leader's son. Ife treating the resulting injuries. The next morning, you assemble in front of the king's hall, laden with treasures. The guards at the door smile and greet you with genuine respect. What now? Where do we go from here? Home. We go home. Time to return to Skirn and attend the Althing. We're ready. Our work here is done, but this land holds more possibilities for us still. It does. I still need to figure out what's the deal with our father's voyage. Sounds good to me. We still have time, as long as we're home before the Althing. So yeah, we have the Althing. You have at last achieved what you set out to do. The British Isles may still hold opportunities for you, but the day of the Althing is approaching, and you must attend. Return to Skirn and speak to Streeter to end your adventures in Britain. Alright, I'm going to do a quick Google to see about this final expedition. See what's involved in it. Alright. Figured out where I'm supposed to go. There's a hidden spot on the camp, or on the map, that we can only find if we happen to be near it. So, yeah. Let's set sail down to Eofawick. Hopefully things are all stable and no one has a problem with us showing up there.
Those old walls make me feel so small.
Alright, we need to head out to the campaign map. That's probably the closest spot. So in the swamp, when we found our father's talisman, where this quest started, here, it said that the tracks were heading south. And what we're supposed to take away from that is that we need to go to the farthest southeast campsite. And there is the fishing village. So this is where I'm supposed to go for this quest. Oh, we are starving and fatigued. Let's head back to this campsite first. Because I don't know, I didn't read ahead to find out what's in the fishing village. So I don't know if we're going to run into combat. So I'd rather us be fully rested up first. And then you could also help with hunting. Does anyone have a weapon as their primary weapon that's not 50 durability of our actual characters we care about? Ace Leaf doesn't. Do I care about you? So I could make him a better sword. Kettle doesn't either, but we don't use him much. Technically, you don't either. But I'm probably not going to replace your spear. And then you don't either with your sling. Is 35 the max on axes? Since you both have a 35 axe. Let's check that. You have a 37 sword. I could make him a new sword. Let's go to craft. There we go. So what is our max on axes? Is it 35? Yes. Okay. And for sword, if we max that out, how much better is it than your 37? 40. So we'd get 3 points higher and an extra special property. Not sure that I care enough on that. So if we look at armor, 63, 30... Yeah, you guys don't care. 71, or you guys don't matter, rather. 45, 80 is the max. We've got 80s on our 3 frontliners. We don't have 80 on you. Okay. And then 30 is the durability on helmets. You don't have a maxed helmet either. So perhaps we make you... Why do I not have you... Oh, you got a special helmet that gives you extra mental resistance. I would think just having a better helmet would be better. Okay, so let's look into getting you a better helmet and you better armor. Assuming we can. So if we say armor and we max it out, then I think I'll go for the movement speed again, because that, I think, is the best special property. So +1 movement. You'll craft that, and then during your second time slot, can you craft a helmet? I guess, how much hide is this going to take? 30. So we're basically out of hides if we do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then I'll just have you hunt. Okay. So we got Oil Vigilant Mail and Unbreakable Mast Helmet. We'll check those out, see how good they are. Presumably quite good. So you needed armor. This is plus 25 to avoiding crits and gives you more movement. Yep. And then this is can't be damaged in combat. Your helmet can't be damaged? I'm assuming, which is kind of a worthless ability. Because, yeah, equipment technically takes minor amounts of degrading. I'm assuming it's not saying that she can't be damaged in combat, because that would just be crazy. And then this is 5% accuracy penalty, which I think is why I just don't give it to my archers ever, because I don't want to deal with a 5% penalty. Alright, good enough. Lots of wood. We definitely don't need that. On to the fishing village. Let's see how this goes, because I don't know what to expect. But this is where we're going to find out more about our father's expedition. Well, we can do looting. Always a good start. And we have herbs over here. We've got a burned down house, which I think we saw the same thing in the swamp, where we found our father's tracks had been. Well, your father was definitely here, because it's a burned down house. What do you think happened here? We may never know. My father bit off more than he could chew, or he was running from someone. This is where he made his last stand. I mean, possible. Both of these seem to be saying the same thing. He bit off more than he can chew, or he was making his last stand. He was running from someone. This is where he made his last stand. From the look of this place, at least he died a warrior's death. Yeah, so it's all burned down. Viking graves. Now we know what happened to your father's expedition. I mean, no? Jody's helmet. I just made a new helmet. Ha! Although this isn't maxed. So, the one we just made is technically better. Siegelmar's helmet. This one is also not maxed, but is giving a +5 mental resistance. Alright, we've got something down there. So, I assume the path is going to curve around to take us down there. Right, that's where we came in. Yeah, there's just no people here. I assumed we'd run into, you know, survivors or something. Because it's been ages. Well, not ages, it's been months since our father died. Hides, mead, torch. I was wondering if that would be a body we would have recognized. Ancient shield. This ornate steel shield is larger than the shield you're used to, and the craftsmanship must have been excellent for the shield to survive in such good condition for all these years. Absorption 120, block 20, physical resistance 10, +5 block percent. So for people that use shields, how's this compare? It is a lot more absorption. And a higher block chance. That one can't get damaged, which is nice. Your block chance is 80. This would bring it up to an 85. And you could take a lot more hits with it. Granted, can't be damaged. Also means that you're taking more hits. No, I think I'd rather have the can't be damaged. Is that it? Is there no further information here? I guess not. We found out what happened to our father's expedition. He was running from something and made his last stand here. And died. We found Viking graves for 2 of his companions. I was certainly hoping we'd find more. That's that. So I guess all I have now is that I could technically go campsite to campsite like we did before, wasting time just so I can get the achievement for clearing them all out. We don't get any loot or experience for doing so, though. But I've got 2 more months to kill, and I don't want to just skip to the end, because I'd rather keep using the time to rank up our various everything. So I don't know. Let's head up here. Decide. Maybe I'll decide next time what I want to do. If I'm going to just set sail now. How I want to kill time, I guess, essentially, until the end of the game. Let's just kill a couple more hours. Alright, we can start the next Palisades. It'll take a week. That's fine. Clan power increase. Does it increase as soon as I say I want to build it? No. But yeah, I want to keep building all of these. But yeah, I could just kill time. I don't know. I'll think about it, how I want to play this. But I think it seems like we're basically at the end. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.